Hey, I hope you're well. I'm Mark Brown for Editor's Keys, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can vastly improve your Instagram photos with these cool apps. So we're back in from the photo shoot from yesterday. Now we're going to show you which apps to use and how to edit the photos directly on your iPhone. So this app I really love. It's called Focus, and you can see here this is one of the photos of the bees that we took yesterday just outside Manchester Cathedral. Now as you can see, it's already taken a pretty great photo, but what I really love about this is you can change the aperture effect or depth of field effect. So you can see if we take it all the way to the left here, the whole image is in focus. So you've got the background of the Tudor building and the bee both in focus. If you ramp it up straight to the top, you can see the background is fully out of focus and the bee is still lovely and crisp. But this is the additional thing I like, is that you can tap to focus after the photo has been taken. So let's just say, for example, you actually wanted the Tudor building to be out of focus and you wanted the bee out of focus. All you need to do is tap, and there you go. You've now got a new photo of the Tudor building in focus, the bee out of focus, and I think that's a really cool thing. Okay, so the next app I really love is called Snapseed. This is actually the app that's owned by Google, and what I'm going to do is click Open by Device. We're going to go to some of the images that we took yesterday of the Football Museum in Manchester. So I'm going to use this one here as an example. What I love about this is you've got some effects along here at the bottom, some filters, which work pretty well, and as you can see that's already a really nice image. But let's just say you want to do some of your own editing. Tick on the basic one, go to Tools, and then you have a list here of some really great effects. You've got lens blur if you're doing portraits, you've got black and white effects, grainy film effects, and even more. So let's go to Tune Image, and let's give it a quick tune up. So on this one, I would bring the brightness straight up here. Let's make it really punchy. Let's bring the contrast right up. Saturation, let's make it overly saturated. Ambience, let's bring it up on this one as well. Let's take everything up. Highlights, let's pull those down a slight bit. Shadows, let's get those up a tiny bit. And the warmth, let's do that. And then details, you can pull the sharpness right up so it gives some really striking detail. And you can basically just go through each of these. It's a really, really nice program. You've got a great selection of filters here, like for SEO. These are all free as well. So as we cycle through these, you've got great options there. And all you do, as you can see here, you've got a bar at the top here which affects the amount of the effect. Just swipe this left and right to turn it up or down. That's really, really cool. And as I say, swipe up and down, and that's how you get into the next menu. So we can adjust the grain, we can make it fully grainy for a real retro look, or we can drive it right down so there's no grain or barely any grain at all. Click tick and you've got your image there. It also has some other great tools as well. So you've got perspective tools, so you can tilt it, you can change, let's just say we were at a slightly wrong angle, you can adjust the angle of things, which is really, really nice. You can straighten things up, you can expand it. It's even got HDRscape as well, which gives it some really cool effects. And this works even better if you've taken the image in RAW as well. So there you have it. From quite a dull image, there's the original. We've now got quite a striking, obviously overly done image there, but just to give you a look at the power of this program, it's really, this application, it's really, really cool. So from that to that, all done within Snapseed within a couple of seconds. Okay, so the next app is called Legend. If you want to add some text and some motion text effects to your photos, this is really cool. So let's show you how this works. I'm going to say this is a bee. I'm going to click next, and you can see there that you get a load of text effects come in. But you can also add your image behind it. So we're going to choose the photo there. This is the bee photo that we took earlier on. Let's choose that. This is a bee. Click next, and as you can see, it's instantly created a load of graphic titles for you. You've got 3 different pages up here. They often update these as well, and I think this is really nice. So if you've got a little effect on, or you want to do a quote or something like that, you can actually export this for Instagram. You can export it as a video or a GIF as well. So let's just say we choose that one there. You can then go in and dial in the colors. And I think that's really nice. So you've got the options down here to message it, to Instagram it, WhatsApp it, and lots of different things on the share sheet there. But I think that's a really, really cool effect. So the next app is Adobe Lightroom. This is great if you've got an Adobe Creative Cloud membership. Now you can see here we've got HDR images and we've got DNG. DNG basically means it's a raw image file. So you can see this image here I've taken of the courthouse in Worsley. You get histograms at the top, and you've got loads of nice selection tools, healing tools, auto brightness tools. You can do that. And remember, this is editing to a raw image file, which is pretty cool. So you can adjust the light and exposure. This is done on automatic, but you can see you've got lots of control over the amount of light here. Contrast, we can bring that up or down. We'll take it up to about there. Highlights, shadows, control the blacks. Full color, full control over the vibrancy of the image or your saturation and things like that, which is really great. You've got some effects such as the clarity, dehaze, and a vignette, which can really improve your images. You can affect your detail, the geometry, so if the photo is not quite straight or not at the right angle, you can change that. So you've even got an option here for lens correction, so you can turn that on and off. So that's before, and you can see there just a tiny bit, it just straightens the image up so it gets rid of the warp that you may have in the lens. And another great thing here is you've got the presets. So if you do have any presets from your Creative Cloud membership, you can add to here, but these are just some of the inbuilt ones that we've got here. So Lightroom is free. You also can access the full version with a few more presets if you have an Adobe Creative Cloud license. And one of the best features about this is if you take a raw image or a standard image within the Lightroom app, you can actually edit it back onto your desktop computer, and your images and files will be there waiting for you when you load up your Mac or PC. Okay, so the next app we're going to show you is Lens Distortions, and I really like this app just for adding in quick effects. So we're going to open up this image here we took yesterday of Manchester Cathedral, and I'm just going to go for this classic light hits there, and as you can see, that just adds a real nice kind of natural looking lens flare on there. But you've got some really cool other type of lens effects. You've got some sort of camera flares and things like that there, so you can just add that. Maybe that one doesn't work too badly, we can add that there. It's not great on that image, but we can add some rain in. So it's Manchester, so let's pretend it was raining. And look at that, it's quite a realistic, I know it's a sunny day, but it looks like quite a realistic rain effect. And so if you're trying to give your image a bit more detail or a bit more of an effect to it, especially around this holiday seasons, or if you particularly want to have a rainy day or a sunnier day, this app can really do that for you. You can really add some nice looks and effects. So we've got a little lens effect here, but you can actually add another layer, and then you can add a second effect. So let's just say we want to add this kind of crazy eclipse effect in. You can do that so it looks like you've got a lens flare from your camera. You can move that in, you can adjust it, you can change the size. And if you spend a bit of time getting the positioning right, you can have some really cool effects. You can even make it look like it's raining. So if we add a bit of rain in there, as it's Manchester, look at that for a crazy effect. It's a sunny day, but it's raining, and you've got a lot of lens flare in there. And you can just really, you can think about how you can use this effectively to make some really cool images. And this is one of the few apps which gives you a lot of effects, a lot of filters, and it's really easy to use. Okay, so the next app we've got is called Preview, and this enables you to preview the positioning of your Instagram feed before it goes live. So let's just say we want to put these 3 keyboard images here at the top. You can see we've got the 3 across there, and then we may want the Manchester ones underneath. Obviously I'm doing this very roughly because I wouldn't have this type of collection on our Instagram feed, but it allows you to preview it and start getting a look ready for your Instagram feed. And that's a really important feature. You want to make sure that your feed looks appealing when someone comes to it. They're much more likely to follow you if it looks great. So you could imagine how you can get some color effects. Maybe you have the same color going down in a row or across, or you can have similar images going across and have linked images. We've actually done it where we've had text going across 3 images for a keyboard, and that works really, really well. It gets a lot of engagement, and it makes the feed look really nice when you're looking at the feed in a full feed profile. So I hope those apps have been really useful, and I hope they're really going to help you explode your Instagram game. If they have helped you, make sure to leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and let me know if there's any decent apps that you've found which work really well for you. Also, if you're trying to find out a bit more and learn a bit more about Instagram, make sure to check out our entire Instagram Masterclass playlist, which you can find above or below this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and watch the next one. We'll see you then.